I don't remember where we were going, but I got on the plane, and so I passed right by. Miz was in first class, and I passed by Miz, just went right onto my coach seat. And Miz got up out of his first class seat and came back and changed seats with me. And I told him he didn't have to do that. I'm fine with it. He said, no. And he did do that for me.
All right, we're back with the Wrestling Time Machine. I'm Mac Davis, along with Bill Apter and WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long.
All right.
Guys, over the weekend, I know we all three had a chance to see this. John Morrison was in a boxing match, a shoot boxing match, I think. Did you guys have a chance to see it?
I did not.
Well, I had a chance to see it. Congratulations to John Morrison. Sometimes some guys that have more than one talent. So I didn't know, I had any idea he knew anything about boxing. All I've known is just wrestling. So I did get a chance to see it, and he laid a real mean right hand, man. So congratulations to John.
All right, I'm gonna ask this question. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here just for a second. The punch. Since you saw it, Teddy, did you feel, was that a work punch or was that a shoot?
Well, I don't want to take anything away from John Morrison, you know what I mean? Because that the right hand did connect, you know what I mean? And so I'm not the guy, to say how hard it was, because, I can't put myself in a fan position.
Oh, yeah.
A fan only sees what we do. He doesn't feel what we do.
Correct.
So I don't feel it and I don't know. But like I said, the right hand did connect.
It made connection. I'm just not sure that the punch looked as strong as what you saw the outcome be, which when the guy, actually got knocked down, it's like, oh, hell. My next question was, is John Morrison that strong? Has he got a punch that we don't know about?
Well, evidently he does. We saw it. So that's all I can tell you.
Now I can see John Morrison coming back to WWE, and then you get somebody like Logan Paul's brother popping in, and now suddenly you got a boxing, wrestling kind of deal you can play off of right there.
Yeah, they'll put a Hawaiian shirt on him and package him as Hawaiian Punch.
Most people now are going, what's Hawaiian Punch? They don't even remember that. We all three do. That's the frightening part.
That's why we're the time machine.
That's right. Hey, let me ask you, Miz and Morrison, since we're talking about John Morrison, Teddy, you had a chance to work with them in SmackDown, I would imagine, quite a bit. How are those guys to you? Did you enjoy because the two of them seemed like they were a great pair?
Oh, yeah, man. I had a great time with both of them. In fact, I had a chance to, meet Miz way before I did John Morrison. Miz came up with the Tough Enough, and also he went down in the school of Deep South. So that's where he basically got all of his training at. But then he came up to, to the big card and started out on Raw and SmackDown. So Miz was just always a great guy to work with. And I never will forget something that he did for me. I remember one time I don't remember where we were going, but I got on the plane. And so I passed right by, Miz was in first class, and I passed by Miz, just went right onto my coach seat. And Miz got up out of his first class seat and came back and changed seats with me. And I told him he didn't have to do that. I'm fine with it. He said, no. And he did do that for me.
That's respect.
Very classy. Very classy.
Yeah.
Bill, you have any memories with Miz or Morrison, or just either one?
Well, with Morrison, when he was in the Independents, every time I wanted to interview him, he was one of the most sarcastically funny people I have ever met. He was really, really very entertaining. And Miz, coming from the world of reality TV to make a complete transition into pro wrestling is just amazing. And he married my sweetheart, Maurice. I mean, they're really very happily married. I've met both of them together and independently at many, many times. Just really, really nice people.
Yeah.
Teddy, working with The Miz, was there, because when I first met, when I first met The Miz, and I'll throw this out there in case he's watching, he can either verify this or tell me if I'm crazy. I was part of an event in East Dublin, Georgia. It was called the Redneck Games. It was this big event that they had down in the area that the road rules and real world competition came down there and had a competition where they competed against each other. Excuse me. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was a part of that crew that came down here, because I remember the standout guy that I kept thinking to myself, man, this guy is really good. And he comes across as a professional wrestler. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he even had the role of that Miz already playing into his character on that reality show. So if that was you, just let us know. And I'm losing my voice, so I'll shut up. Excuse me.
You're feeling miserable.
I'm feeling miserable. Yep.